After I lost my job, I started a virtual assistant business, and during COVID-19, virtual assistant business was the trend. It was the it thing. So I started my own virtual assistant business. It was exciting because I thought I would make money while I work from home. I would just make money while at the comfort of my home, but that was not the case, because when it was advertised, there were virtual assistant coaches who were making content about teaching you how to make money while you work, while you are from home. So it was exciting when they taught, when they spoke. It was very exciting watching their videos explaining how they made money while they were at home. So I also thought, okay, this is something that I can do. This can also bring me money while I am at home. So I registered my business, and then I started the virtual assisting thing. Unfortunately, it did not turn out the way I expected, and I lost big time. The first thing is that I did not have a business plan. I just jumped into it without any planning, without any structure, and I was all over the place, because as much as it's virtual assistant business, there are different things that you can do as a virtual assistant. You can be an administrative virtual assistant, you can be a system virtual assistant, a strategic virtual assistant. It will depend on your expertise. So in my case, I started with administration. I find it was too tedious, because for administration you charge by the hour. Like when you are working on a client's work, you would time yourself how much you spent on that task, and then you charge by the hour. It was a bit too tedious and difficult to manage. I got one client from the administrative virtual assisting, but it was not sustainable. It was very difficult to find clients, honestly. And then the second mistake that I made was I spent a lot of money on tools. When you are doing virtual assistant business, there are some tools that you have to use in order to do your business. Like, for example, you might need a virtual a client management system, an invoicing system. All those kind of systems, you have to have them in place. At the time when I started, I did not have proper guidance, so I spent a lot of money on tools that were even unnecessary. I spent a lot of money on tools that I did not need at all. And the worst part is that I subscribed for 1 year. I did 1 year subscriptions, and mind you, these tools are in dollars, and I was in Botswana. I was using Pula, so that means when you exchange, it is a lot of money. So I lost a lot of money, and I was using my savings to pay for those tools. Some of those tools I never used at all. I subscribed for 1 year for all of these tools, but my business was less than a year. I lasted less than a year in the business, so you can imagine all the money that went down the drain. So my advice is that when you are starting, use the trial for the tools, or use the free version of the tool. If there is a free version, use the free version, so that as time goes on, you will be able to learn which tools are necessary for your business, and then those are the tools that you can invest in. Even when you start investing, I would suggest that you pay monthly. Don't pay for the whole year at first. Just start by pay monthly. You could maybe say you pay monthly for 3 months and try to get income or revenue. If you don't get clients, at least you have just paid for 1 month or 2 months or 3 months. But if you pay for the whole year and you don't get clients, that is a loss of money. You waste a lot of money. So basically, that's how the business failed. First of all, I did not have a structure or a business plan. I was all over the place. I started with administration. I did email marketing. I did email management. I still did not get clients. And then also I spent so much money on tools that I did not need. And then the third one is that at the time I didn't know how to create content. You know, when you are doing an online business, you have to create content, because without an online presence, it will be very difficult for you to get clients. So I did a lot of educational content. That doesn't work when you are doing things like email marketing or email management or virtual assistant. You cannot do educational content. You have to do content that converts. Like, for example, right now I'm doing scholarship content. When I do scholarship content, I don't do, like, this is an example of an educational content. What is a scholarship? I don't do content like what is a scholarship, but I show you how to apply for scholarships. You get that there's a difference. I don't say what is the Australia Awards scholarship, but instead I teach you how to apply for the Australia Awards scholarship. So in my case, when I was doing the virtual assistant business, I was doing the what is virtual assistant, what is email marketing, what is email management. Clients don't need that kind of information. They don't need you to teach them what is a virtual assistant. They need you to teach how you can help them with their business, how you can help them manage their business. So I think that is also one of the mistakes that I made. I spent a lot of time on content, but I did not get any client, and I also think there was no clarity. I just was speaking to everybody. You cannot speak to everyone. You have to be you have to have your audience. Like right now for my scholarship, I speak to masters and PhD applicants, those who are applying for masters or PhD scholarships, and also those who are doing masters by research, those who are already students. Two types of audience. I have the ones that are applying and the ones that are already students, and all this audience, they are masters, MPhil or PhD. But in my virtual assistant business, I was all over the place. I was not clear who I was talking to. That was the worst mistake. So I lasted just a few months in business, less than a year. I closed shop because my savings ran out. I did not have income. I spent a lot of money on these tools, but I did not have income. So eventually it was not sustainable. So I had to shut down the business. Fortunately, when I shut down the business, then I came across the Mauritius Africa scholarship opportunity, which I will talk about in my next video. So look out for the next video.